You're listening to the Multiple Streams of Income podcast, episode 14. I tend to share less than others, but I mean, for the most part, most people are sharing, what they ate for breakfast sometimes. I mean, you might you might as well be sharing this opportunity. If you do win one of the auctions, you would definitely want to share that excitement. So hey there, thanks again for tuning into the podcast. This is Dave Doggett, and I'm excited to be back on track producing episodes. And today I'm going to do a little bit of a follow-up or continuation of episode 13. That's how I'm going to kick things off, and then we're going to move into my interview / discussion with Kelley Foote with ToucanWin. So touching back on episode 13, I was hinting around to a fuel saving solution, and I'm happy to say that right here, as I'm recording this episode, I have in my hand fuel saving capsules, or tabs, they call them. There's a pack of them here, and I am going to be giving those a go here over the coming weeks, and I will report how that goes. But I can tell you, a large number of people that I am in contact with have had great success with these. I make no claims to how these tabs would work for you and your vehicle, but I can tell you that a lot of people are having great success saving 10, 15, even 20% on their fuel economy. So that is pretty exciting. That is worth looking into. Again, if you want to explore the fuel saving product that I am testing out myself, you can go to msipodcast.com/fuel. So moving on, I am really excited today to be in touch with Kelley Foote. Kelley is an industry leader in direct sales. He's been sought after by many, many dozens, hundreds of network marketing companies of all different sizes, and he has become a partner in starting up his own, and it is creating waves already, and it's just barely in pre-launch, and it is called ToucanWin, ToucanWin, and I'm going to jump in here in a second and put on the discussion that Kelley and I had just a few short days ago about the company and why you should be interested in it and why you should grab a free spot right now in pre-launch. If you want to do that even before you hear this episode, just go to msipodcast.com/ToucanWin, ToucanWin, and that will give you the two first videos that they've released, created by yours truly and my team, salesvideos.com. And you can watch those two videos, get a really good idea of what it's all about. But you can also just listen to the rest of this episode where I talk to Kelley himself. So definitely check that out, grab a free spot, listen to the episode, and I look forward to continuing to update you on how ToucanWin unfolds in the weeks ahead. So just a little side note, due to some unforeseen technical difficulties with the audio recording of this interview, the audio quality is not that great on Kelley's end of things, so you may notice a difference in the volume. So if you can't make out a word here or there, just maybe rewind 10-15 seconds and have another listen, but it should be okay. We did the best we could. Without further ado, this is my chat with ToucanWin's Kelley Foote. Hey Kelley, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, David. How about yourself?
I can't complain, and I'm glad to have you as a guest on the podcast. And I guess I try and keep these episodes pretty tight and laid back. So I've got you on here. There's a lot of excitement happening already with regards to ToucanWin. It's essentially just in pre-launch right now. But Before we get started, why don't you take a few minutes and just kind of give the listeners a bit of a background on yourself and how you got to where you are?
Well, thank you, David. I appreciate being on here and appreciate your time to do this. I've been very fortunate, I guess, as a kid to have got involved in the direct sales industry. It started out right out of college, and it's all I've ever done. I've been very fortunate to have been successful in the field on, I guess 5 or 6 occasions. I have only joined 7 companies total in my career. I haven't been in a lot of companies, but seems like I found ones that at least had some legs and made money and had fun. And really, though, the last 25, almost 30 years in the industry, I've been pretty focused on the consulting and the corporate side of the industry. I've worked with and helped over 475 companies as a consultant and have written over 350 comp plans. And in that progress, of learning and teaching and helping other people, I've always known that I would eventually one day start my own company. But for me, it had to be for the right reason, not just because, you know, you wanted to start a company just because it's a great way to make money in the industry, because it truly is. But I wanted to start it for more of a real life changing reason, to where literally we can impact and change the lives of not just a few people, but literally tens of thousands of people, and do that for a long term, to where we help create generational wealth. I mean, I know a lot of wealthy people, a lot of people made a lot of money in the industry, but I'm talking helping people learn how to create that wealth, but also create it generationally, so that their kids and grandkids and great grandkids and future generations all benefit from what we do today. And with that in mind, I've always known I would not start a company unless that was the real outcome. So I've seen a lot of companies come and go. I've seen a lot of friends come and go in the industry. And I guess early this year in January, I was approached by a gentleman who I know in the industry and known for since 1986. And he had a client that he wanted me to talk to about starting a company. And as I started talking to the 2 guys who wanted to start this company, I realized that we were all 100% congruent in our beliefs, and we had the same values, the same morals, the same principles. But more importantly, we also had the same purpose, and that was to change the lives of tens of thousands of people. And once I realized that, really, I kind of changed their direction of what they originally wanted to do. And because I had a concept in mind of a company that I know in the industry I had been a part of about 10 years ago. And they had an opportunity to be one of the largest companies ever in the history of the industry. In fact, they grew to over $1 billion in sales in only 14 months.
Wow.
They would not do it the right way, David. They just would not listen to the consulting that I offered, my advice, and that of the advice of 2 or 3 other people, because they just didn't understand, or they didn't want to do it right long term. But for me, that goose that lays the golden egg was the opportunity to bring penny auctions to the industry, to allow people to have the experiential shopping of being able to bid on and win fabulous items in which they normally would never be able to buy or afford, or would ever be able to really truly acquire, right? Like brand new Mercedes and trips around the world, and, $1 million beach homes, things of that nature, that people just don't really think is a real possibility. But at the same time, it's that same mindset of people who want to play the lottery because they know, hey, if I win, I'm going to be rich, right? But but penny auctions have been very, very valuable and important, and they've grown really big in the last 5 to 10 years. There are 4 companies that utilize TV advertising as their means to drive them, and they become billion-dollar companies in short order. Mm-hmm. And knowing that value is there is why we end up starting ToucanWin, because we want to take and allow people to participate in our ToucanWin penny auction, and literally go out and experience the opportunity to bid and buy things that they normally wouldn't get. But we're taking that revenue that companies that are billion-dollar companies in the penny auction space putting on TV, and we're putting that back into the hands of what we call our bidfluencers. We coined the term bidfluencer to you are influencing people to be a bidder. And that's what we've done. We've created ToucanWin. We've been working on it for the last 6 months, and we started our soft pre-launch last Saturday, and have already put in, well over 1,000 people on our way to 2,000 plus people in our first week.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's definitely captivating, the people that find out about it. So, I mean, penny auctions have been around a long time. I've been a service provider making videos for the industry since the late 90s, and I know you guys go back a little beyond that, but we don't have to indicate how old you guys are. But I remember hearing about penny auctions back then, but this is just basically a whole new spin on it, right?
That is correct. And the one thing I want to really kind of emphasize is the fact that even though we do have a lot of people in the direct sales network industry involved, the way that I have created this, David, and the comp plan I have created, doesn't reflect or show us a true network marketing opportunity. And so we put several spins on it. One, we're using a comp plan that I call social influencing income. And when I talk about that, what I mean is that it really only pays you on your direct customers you bring into the business who are what we call bidders. And those bidders participate in auctions. They bid, they have the opportunity to win, but win or lose, they had a good time. But the neat thing about it is, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say, for example, if I'm involved in any traditional direct sales and network marketing industry product, be it a vitamin, be it a service company, if I'm selling that product to you, the most commission I can pay out is about 50%. And so for a $100 bottle of vitamins, I can only pay you $50. So that's
right.
You got cost of goods, you got your cost of overhead, you got your cost of profit. So, by the time you take that and add it up, a $100 item, I only got $50 left. That's all I can pay out. But here, let's just use for an example a gas card, because I don't know what gas prices are up in Canada right now.
Right.
I know here it's like, outrageous, right?
So it is.
That being considered, let's say we sell the gas card and it starts out 1 penny. Each penny is equal to $1. And then 2 pennies, 3 pennies. Next thing you know, we hit $1. Once we hit $1, we've gotten $100 a bid. And at that point, it's that auction goes, and it's considered a live auction. And let's say it can keep going. The final person, when the clock runs out, pays $11 for that gas card. Well, they pay $11, and if they bid 4 or 5 times, they got $15 to $20 into it. They get a $100 gas card. They're incredibly happy because they saved $80. We're happy because we took in $1,100, because $11 times 100 is $1,100.
Yeah.
And we paid a $100 gas card. Guess what? We're left with $1,000. But with our social influence and income plan, we pay out 75% of what's left over. So we're paying out $750 in commissions. Because of that, we're going to change the lives of tens of thousands of people quicker, faster than anything that's ever been done in the industry. That's what's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Once you wrap your head around that, that concept, it's each bid is a penny.
Like each time you click the bid, let's say you and I are bidding on a Rolex watch, or we're bidding on an iPad. We're both sitting there, we're watching the auction, we're clicking our bid, click bid, click bid. Each time it's 1 penny we're bidding, but we paid $1 for each one of those bids. So so if we had let's say we bought 50 bids, I'm going through and bidding, and but when it slows down and everybody stops bidding so fast, 30-second timer comes on. And when that timer ends, because someone didn't bid quick enough or fast enough, whoever the last person it was who bid won that item.
Awesome. And so is it all that stuff's instantly calculated and paid out? How quickly does the payout happen?
Well, we pay out whatever is collected in what we call obviously the people who are buying the bids. For example, if you bought $100 worth of bids or 100 bids from me, I would get my 20% direct commission. I would get that the following Wednesday.
Right.
Now, what we do that's unique and what makes it so powerful again, I told you, it doesn't really track like a real network marketing company because we only pay on one level, and that is your direct sales to people who are buying bids, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we actually have what we call income pools. We have 10 pools of income that share in the entire profit and sales of the entire company. Not your own effort, not your team's effort, but the effort of the entire company. Well, let's say that $750,000 that we had on a Mercedes Benz that we collected. Yeah. We're putting $750,000 in the prize money in the pools. Then there'd be 20% in the first pool, 20% in the second pool, to where we pay out 100% of that money. It goes in a pool. And you qualify through pools 1 through 10 based upon your efforts of either bringing customers only. You can do it all by just going out and get customers. You don't have to recruit anybody. Okay. Or you can also work with and build a team and qualify through that method. When you do, let's say you've qualified for pools 1 through 6. You're going to get paid on each of those pools every time they pay. So you get paid on all 6 pools, not just the 6th pool, but you get paid on the 5th pool, the 4th pool, the 3rd pool, 2nd pool, and the 1st pool, so on.
Nice.
And so again, the number of people in each of the pools, as it gets higher into the ranking, there's going to be less people involved in each of those pools because of the qualifiers to get there.
Right.
But that will allow you to create generational wealth because you're paid, again, not on your effort, but the entire success and effort of the entire company.
So once you reach, once you qualify for one or more of these pools, do you stay there or do you have to maintain some kind of,
there's minimal maintenance, of course, otherwise, we don't want people just to get there and then, retire and live on their laurels.
Exactly.
But the maintenance is, it's once you've built a good solid group or a good solid group of customers, it's going to continue on. Cool. You will find that, here's the exciting thing, David. We've designed it so that some of these pools are, they're not easy to qualify. If it was, everybody'd be there and then there's good value, right?
Naturally.
I mean, if everybody was in pool 10, then obviously pool 10 it'd be broken down, wouldn't have as much value. But like pools 8, 9, and 10 are designed by design to be very hard to qualify for.
Right. Yes.
I don't expect anyone to qualify for pool 8 for maybe a year to year and a half.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, all that money accumulates in that pool. Right. So let's say a year from now, there's, hypothetically, let's say there's $10 million in that pool.
Right.
And you're the only person that qualifies for that pool. Guess what? You get paid the whole amount.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm sure we're going to
have people really excited about that.
Yeah. We're going to, and as this unfolds, I'm sure it'll become much more apparent how that will work and that will drive, some serious efforts, and it's going to be exciting to see how it all unfolds for sure.
Well, you'll see that in your back office. It'll show the pools and how much is accumulated in each of the pools, and it's going to run like a daily ticker tape to where you'll know what kind of volume is being accumulated.
Nice. Yeah, and we're talking right now. I'm recording this episode on August 4th, just in case anyone's tuning in later on. Maybe it's months or years from now, and ToucanWin's off to the races. But as of this episode, we're recording in pre-launch. In fact, the links that we have, if you're lucky enough to have been referred by someone, the link that you have, you don't even get an email confirmation today, but you are in the system. You can test the link, and when it's live, Kelley said you'll be able to check and see all the people that you did refer.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. In fact, we'll have where you can check your back office very soon. But again, we don't go fully live until the end of August, 1st of September. So, right now it's totally a pre-launch, but it's free to sign up. You're not risking anything. Yeah. You don't even have to use a credit card, just your name and email and phone number is all you need to do. But, sign up, take a position. But we also, David, for people who sign up at this page, we automatically give them the first promotion, so they automatically start earning in the first pool day one.
Awesome. So they become a successful bidfluencer.
Correct. Yeah, that's what we call it. Yeah. That's the first promotion you got to get, because everybody signs into the company absolutely for free. Yeah. You can't come in accept to come in is what we call a free bid sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you've gotten 2 customers and, done $100 worth of bids, you get
Yeah.
promoted to a successful bid sponsor. But we're giving that away to everybody who signs up for the first 90 days for free.
Nice. Yeah. No, it's definitely. I mean, I just like you, I've seen a lot of different things come and go. This really does seem like it has legs, even for just the average person. I mean, that's the intent. So, it seems like anyone really has a shot of, generating some potential income if they share this to any degree, right?
That's correct. I mean, I designed it so, obviously the first 2 to 3 pools are pretty easy to qualify for.
Right.
And with the idea of creating that, what we call basically, change your life income, the extra $300 to $500 to $1,000 a month income that,
Mm-hmm.
most people would be able to pay a couple bills they can't pay right now.
Sure.
We realize the economy's in trouble. People are suffering.
Mm-hmm.
It's, inflation is real and,
Mm-hmm.
people are hurting. And
Yeah.
the people hurt most are the lower class and the middle class because, that bite is really hard right there
Mm-hmm.
on them. And as taxes
Mm-hmm.
increase and, and prices
Oh yeah.
increase, people got to figure out some way just to, come up an extra $1,000 just so their life doesn't totally crumble, right? So,
Exactly. And yeah.
I designed it so that people can do that with a little minimal effort, because the reality of it is your minimal effort allows you to participate in the effort of the entire company.
Yeah. That's what's exciting. And I mean, you'll be able to do this from anywhere you've got internet, any smartphone.
Yeah. Everything in the back office, the tools, the systems
Yeah.
are all driven by your phone.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
we part of our design was making sure that you don't need a computer at all. It's all right there in your
Mm-hmm.
hand, and
Mm-hmm.
wherever you are. And by the way, David, this is worldwide.
Yeah.
I
That's
already have people enrolled in 28 countries in the first 3 days.
wow. Yeah, see that's awesome because I know of some other companies not that long ago that I did some things for, and they're only in North America, or they're eventually going to open up in different parts, and that's all well and good, but this is global, like any country.
Like any country except there are a few what we call
Yeah.
banned countries where the
Okay.
whole world doesn't do business.
Right.
Places
Right.
where unfortunately the world is
Right.
pretty much has to kind of
Yes.
try to cut them off for economic reasons.
Right. I gotcha.
But the reality of it is, if you're in, I have a really good little group going in Kenya,
Oh, nice. Yeah.
and those people, I mean, literally, $300 a month will be life changing to them,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh,
And,
absolutely. Yeah.
and I had a guy I talked to on a Zoom the other day from Kenya, and he was literally crying because his family and
Mm.
everybody, they need opportunity there so bad. So again,
Mm-hmm.
it's available there. Now,
Yeah.
the neat thing about it is because of what we do with the auctions, if they win an auction in Kenya, we'll find whoever is in that area and drop ship it to them. Like the thing about,
Okay.
if someone buys an iPad,
Mm-hmm.
wherever in the world, whoever shipped an iPad that area, we'll just find out who it is, buy it from them, and have it shipped to them. Be it
Nice.
Alibaba in Asia, or be it,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
be it Amazon pretty much in all of, Europe and North and South
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
So again, whatever we're buying and selling, we will be able
Mm-hmm.
to have it shipped to people all over the world.
Awesome. Well, I mean, we're already as a society, we're already sharing everything online. I tend to share less than others, but I mean, for the most part, most people are sharing, what they ate for breakfast sometimes. I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
you might as well be sharing this opportunity. If you do win one of the auctions, you would definitely want to
Yeah.
share that excitement. So naturally, I can see how this would exponentially spread. And
Well, that's a valuable point. I mean, that's probably the most exciting thing to me, and that's
mhm,
really what I really want to stress. And that's why it's not network marketing. Network marketing means you have multiple levels of pay. We don't.
mhm, mhm,
We do have a social influencing income plan,
yeah,
meaning that we are looking for people to be social influencers.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it, people out there that have a following of X can make millions of dollars a year just by sending out a few tweets or a few,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a few blurbs, right? We
Yeah.
want you to have that same power. If you win an
Right.
auction, go out and tell people about it, and people then join and participate. You're making money on that whole process. The neat thing
Yeah.
about it is that, I realize the network marketing direct sales industry is a very small niche in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The entire industry is smaller than a lot of people have in social following in terms of number of people.
Yeah.
So with what we're doing, I want to take the lingo and change it to social influence and income and change the mindset to think, how can we really reach the masses? How can we get into the TikTok age
Mm-hmm.
instead of, the call somebody up age?
Yeah, exactly.
And so because of that, I'm working with you. We're going to be able to creating a lot of little, 2 minute, 3 minute or less videos that we literally can expose this to the
Mm-hmm.
masses of the world through social
Yeah.
media and change the lives, like I said, of not just a few thousand, but tens of thousands of people.
Yeah, exactly. No, it seems to be a fantastic idea. Kudos to you and your business partners on what you've come up with. I make videos regularly for various opportunities. Very seldom is there one that I'm, making a video for and I'm like, you know what? I should really myself be doing something in here.
Well,
you know.
I look forward to you being one of our very, very top success stories, and
Well,
I can't wait to help you do that.
I'm looking forward to that as well. Thanks again for your time today, Kelley. Anyone listening, if you are interested in finding out more about ToucanWin, just go to msipodcast.com/ToucanWin, ToucanWin. I'll have a link in the show notes for this episode. Kelley, I appreciate your time. I look forward to working with you ongoing on the videos behind the scenes, and thanks again, and have a great day.
Thank you again, David, and it's a blessing. I appreciate you taking the time and for having me on your podcast. Look forward to having future opportunities to do more of this.
Excellent. I do as well. All right. Thanks again, Kelley. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode where I talked with Kelley Foote of ToucanWin. Again, if you want to be one of the chosen few who takes advantage of grabbing that free pre-launch position that will give you an edge and put you potentially in profit right from day one when ToucanWin goes live, just go to msipodcast.com/ToucanWin. ToucanWin. Thanks so much for listening to this episode. And one more thing, if you guys could be so kind as to share the podcast with even one person, either on social media or just by email, or tell someone about it, that would be really, really appreciated. And I look forward to being with you on the next one. Take care and have a great day.